credit unions. The release then points out 10 points of what is described as a dismantling of the union's principles. The first is about the admin's responsibilities. It claims the person in that position is weighed up in duties in Belize City, which, quote, he is unable to adequately attend the business of the credit union, yet using the credit union's vehicle for such purpose, unquote. Other issues the board flags out include loan restrictions, where loans are not made available to members who still owe the credit union, while in other instances, loans are not approved even when members' account demonstrate feasibility to cover the loan being requested, while in other cases, emergency loans is not being provided. The release says that owner-member services have been neglected, fees for a number of services have increased, and non-approved and non-necessary expenses are being incurred. While there are no proofs to back up these claims, at the end of the release, the board and GM asked members to be patient and to support them so they can return to the governance and administration of SFXCU after the annual meeting in May or June. We understand that the board members and the general manager, Rafael Dominguez, will hold a press conference on Monday to expand on their position. We will have details of that conference in Monday's newscast. Mario Bustillos, the Belize Police Department exhibit keeper previously charged with 10 counts of neglect harm, has had those charges withdrawn. However, he now faces a new charge of willful oppression related to the improper disposal of cannabis-infused candies. Bustillos was initially charged in April 2023 after the disposal of the candies led to hospitalizations of 14 individuals, including school children and adults. The new charge alleges that Bustillos acted beyond his authority when disposing of the cannabis candies on April 21, 2023, resulting in public injuries. His attorney, Nazira Miles Espat, informed the court that she has faced issues accessing crucial evidence due to malfunctioning CDs. Of the 2 CDs provided for evidence, only one is functional, causing delays in the preliminary inquiry process. The senior magistrate adjourned the PI to May 3, 2024, awaiting confirmation on the CD's functionality. Bustillos remains on interdiction since the new charge and has received over 140 pages of full disclosure, along with pictures and the CDs. Despite the delays, Miles Espat intends to submit on behalf of her client, emphasizing the need for court intervention to address the evidence access issues. Today, the Social Security Board hosted members of the media for its quarterly mixer in Belize City. The purpose of the gathering was for the country's National Social Protection Agency to share more about the services it provides to more than 100,000 Belizeans. Ensuring that Belizeans are able to access and understand key services and functions of the SSB, according to its CEO, Deborah Ruiz.
I think it's vital, Jules, that people, that we have the medias on board in terms of appreciating the work that Social Security does in terms of addressing the social protection needs of the citizenry of Belize. Social insurance is a vital pillar of the whole social protection system. As you know, we have been working this past year on a national social protection strategy. It is key that people appreciate the value that social insurance can bring to them, and for them to understand that the contribution that they make, that the Social Security Board is making investment so as to minimize the need to go back to them for any contribution increase, and still being able to pay a benefit that can satisfy the income replacement needs in the future when they need it. Part of that process are sessions like this where we are able to engage and explain our process. We also have our annual SSB Connect, where we do have a physical presence, but we also stream it live on Facebook, where as part of our mandate, we give the annual report summary to the people in terms of the performance of the fund, all the different investments that we have made. And as you know, part of the process right now, which is a little cumbersome because it has to go through a process in terms of the turnaround of how we can respond to applications to notify people of how the fund, the board intends to invest the money. So right now on our website, the financial statements are available. And so what we are trying to do in terms of going forward, not everybody is an accountant or have a full understanding of these reports. So we are trying to explain to people in layman's terms what those reports are saying in terms of the investment of the fund.
Traditionally, Belizeans have had a negative perception of the SSB as it relates to services, including its self-portals and access website. These issues, according to CEO Ruiz, are being addressed by additional personal interaction.
Well, part of that process, we are on Facebook, so we will continue to provide information through those and the other social media channels. But we also want to engage with people directly. So we are proposing to do more town halls to actually go in and sign up and have people recognize how easy it is to go online. But for those persons who are unable to do so, we want to put kiosks in our offices, and we are even exploring strategic points where we can go in and have a unit set up that people can go in within their own communities to access the internet services, to go online and check their information.
Another issue which CEO Ruiz says is being looked at within the SSB is its management of the funds it manages and what it can do to invest it in beneficial ways for its members.
But part of the process right now is legislated by law, how we can do it. It's not that independently we can say how we are going to do this. So we advertise that we are open for business. We are looking at viable proposals, but it has to go through a process, as you know, because of the framework. So we come in, we assess your ability to even make the loan, that you qualify, you have meet all your legal obligations, that due diligence assessment is done, and then we publish in the public domain, and based on feedback, if it clears that, then we are able to go ahead with the investment. So it has to go through that process, which can be a bit bureaucratic in terms of the turnaround time. And of course, it opens businesses up to public scrutiny, and some businesses who are very viable don't want to go through that. So that has been a stumbling block for us in terms of, we have started the conversation, and when they find out that it requires this public scrutiny of they don't want. So that has been a stumbling block, honestly.
And Belize is singular in that requirement. There's no other social security in the region which requires that, maybe in the world.
That is correct. That has been a challenge for us. It's very, you're strapped in terms of your ability to even move. So that requires further conversation with our stakeholders as to how we can manage the good governance and the accountability, but be able to have flexibility to move the money and put it to work for our customers. And the rate, because we have lost business because, remember, we are publishing the details, how much percentage we're even giving. So it is competitive out there. A bank or a credit union could compete against us. So I'm offering you a loan of, say, 6%. They will go and give you at 5.75. And you go through all this assessment, all this work is put in, and then it doesn't happen. They pull out. Or I have received, as you know, in terms of the Belize premium loan, the last loan, in terms of public objections and all of these things. So it goes through a process, no? It is a cost to be going through this process, and then the loan doesn't go through. Right? So that is a challenge for people. And when I say open the books for public scrutiny, if it's your private company, then they have to disclose all of that to us.
Similar media mixers are expected quarterly throughout the year. The Belize Police Department is hoping that its policing efforts will improve with additional boots on the ground. Today, a passing out ceremony was held at the Belize Training Academy for the graduates of Squad 97. The 231 new police officers were officially sworn in after completing a 7-month police course. The men and women in uniform will be stationed across the country and are among the largest graduating class. Speaking at today's passing out ceremony, Minister of Home Affairs Honorable Karim Musa highlighted the important role police officers play within our community, while also driving the message home about officers respecting their roles of keeping the citizenry safe at all times.
Your job is the business of security, but it only becomes meaningful when people feel safe. As police officers, you wear many hats. There are a lot of issues to contend with, both within your precincts and on the streets of the country. The piloting of the defensive tactics program within your training curriculum is yet another installation meant to keep Belizean policing relevant and effective in combating security issues with professionalism as a pillar. You must remember, you are many things to many people, but primarily among these, you must remember that you are professionals. Over these last few months, you have been given the skill set to operate in any situation, ranging from basic first aid, public relations and communications, and even financial literacy. All transferable skills meant to make you resilient in any community setting. And community is central to your work. It is why you exist. As the Police Act mentions, you are employed for the prevention and detection of crime, the apprehension of offenders, the preservation of law and order, the protection of property, and the due enforcement of all laws, regulations, rules, and orders. This all operates in the context of integrated and interconnected social institutions, including government, schools, churches, and even families. You cannot do this alone, and this is why recognizing the multi-sectoral cleavages of your work is paramount. Squad 97, the Pelian principles which guide police departments all over the world, expresses that the marker of good policing and therefore a good police officer is that they maintain at all times a relationship with the public that gives reality to the historic tradition that the police are the public and that the public are the police. The police being the only members of the public who are paid to give full-time attention to duties which are incumbent on every citizen in the interests of community, welfare, and existence.
Squad 97, in addition to being the largest graduating class, also posed a record for the most women recruits making it into the force as police constables.
You make history today because you are members of the largest recruit squad in Belizean history. Today, we are honored to welcome a cadre of 231 new police officers. More significant than that, Squad 97 has proven to be a squad of firsts, with an unprecedented 57 of its trainees being women. This constitutes nearly 25% of the squad, surpassing the United Nations standards of just 20%. This is a testament to our whole of ministry approach to gender responsive citizen security that is aware of and working to combat any semblance of discriminatory practices in recruitment standards and procedures, and overall gender stereotyping and patriarchal attitudes and definitions of policing management. It is our hope that with steps such as these, we are planting the seeds of someday, sooner rather than later, having our first woman commissioner of police.
The over 200 men and women officers will now be deployed to police formations across the country. Coming up next, upgraded potable water system coming to Sartineja. Stay tuned.
Gran baile de verano, gran baile de verano.
Yo a ti te comparo como una antena parabólica.
Gran baile de verano. En Belice se presenta desde la hermana República de El Salvador, la internacional Sonora Dinamita.
La parabólica, la parabólica, la parabólica, la parabólica.
La internacional Sonora Dinamita.
Qué lindo es tu cucú, tan bello tu cucú, redondito y suavecito.
Viernes 3 de mayo en el People Stadium, Orange World, alternando con el conjunto del momento, Super Furia. Puertas abren a las 7 de la noche. Caballeros, $30 beliceños. Señoritas, $20 beliceños. Te esperamos en el Estadio del Pueblo. La internacional Sonora Dinamita y el conjunto del momento, Super Furia. No puedes faltar.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
One day, we decided to gather everyone who loves The Last of Us in one place. The naked and afraid fans, and well, everyone who loves realities. The ones who don't like spoilers, and the ones who do. And those who love Barbie and Peppa Pig. That place is called Max. Well, it's not an actual place. It's on your screens, and there's room for everyone. Max is here to bring you more of the stories that you love. Max, the one to watch.
Our legacy isn't how many commas we have in our bank account. It's who we're lucky enough to have in our lives and what we can leave them with.
Henry, remind me again why we can't put you in a gifted school.
Because it's better for my psychosocial development for me to interact with a peer group in a normal school environment.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Susan? I guess I could just set you up with direct deposit if that's easier.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Henry.
You have to ask your 11-year-old?
Did our financial statement come in the mail today?
Yeah, I forgot to give it to you.
I don't know how you do it, all by yourself.
Come on, I have Henry. Find me another male of the species who's more grown up than him.
I'd like to.
This story, it's about me, my brother, my mom, and the girl who lived next door.
Henry and Peter, they're lucky to have you.
And your father's lucky to have you, too.
Stepfather. You okay? I'm good.
Mom, I have to tell you something, and it's very important.
Christine is in trouble.
When someone hurts someone else, we have to make it better.
There's only one way to stop it.
I'd hope to do it all myself, but that's not an option.
There has to be another way to help Christina. Why there's no way to help.
Mr. Sickleman is the police commissioner. I'm not going to subject him to public scrutiny without conclusive evidence.
do this.
Mom, everything you need is right here. I'll be with you the whole time.
I know what you've done. Henry documented all of it.
Who do you think they're gonna believe?
It can't be left undone. No matter what, don't panic.
I'm not panicking.
We have to make it better.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Smith, and I'm here to introduce OneLink Mobile. OneLink Mobile is not just an app, it's a future way of payments in Belize. It's easy, it's fast, you can download it right now. Guys, if you don't believe me, let me pass you on to the lovely Miss Gomez, who can tell you a little bit more about the app.
Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. At Heritage Bank, our vision is to become the premier financial institution with cutting-edge technology that simplifies the financial life of our customers. The inception of OneLink Mobile aligns perfectly with this vision. We're excited about this strategic partnership because OneLink Mobile ensures each transaction is safe and private. Our joint efforts will put a powerful, user-friendly financial tool in the hands of the public. We feel that OneLink Mobile makes banking convenient like never before. By linking your debit or credit card, you can make payments to merchants and other OneLink users anywhere. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez, for those great insights about OneLink Mobile. Now I want to pass you on to Mrs. Sydney, who's an entrepreneur that's been using the OneLink Mobile.
Good day, everyone. My name is Sidney Perafit. I'm a licensed tour guide and also a construction consultant, among other things. And I want to tell you about OneLink Mobile. It is going to be a cash app that is going to revolutionize the way we make payments here in Belize. You can receive payments from abroad with just a click. So no longer do you have to wait for deposits. When you're booking tours, clients can pay you from their home. Also, in every other aspect, locally, you can make payments to each other face to face from the comfort of your own home. No longer do you have to transact with cash, worry about money wiring, etc. All of this is going to be in the palm of your hand. OneLink is going to revolutionize the way we do payments here. All right, back to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sydney. Guys, if you don't have OneLink Mobile, get it right now, guys. It's free. You can download it right now. It's going to change the way how you pay in Belize. It's the future of Belize, guys.
A new park is coming to the village of Ranchito in the Corozal district. Breaking ground has happened and one of the big donors handed over a check of $10,000 that will be used by the village council to construct the well-deserved park for its people. The project has been dubbed the Ranchito Community Park Project. Present at the groundbreaking ceremony was Area Representative Honorable Florencia Marin Jr. and the village chairman. Smart personnel and villagers who came out to witness the sheer commitment of the development of Ranchito. Earlier today, we spoke to Adelaide Sabido, the Public Relations and Communications Officer at Smart Telecom, who spoke about the handsome donation.
Through dialogue with the village council there, for the past couple of months, actually, we have been ensuring that works are being done to improve our service to our customers, and this is a countrywide effort. And up north, we have been making a lot of different investments in terms of our cell sites and structures to widen our service to the northern community. And in so doing, there's a lot of dialogue that takes place, and dialoguing with the village council in Ranchito was one of those conversations that we had. And, they reached out to us. And happy and honored to partner with the village council of Ranchito to make this park a reality for that community. And so that is how the contribution of $10,000 came to fruition for yesterday's groundbreaking ceremony.
Smart is one of the leading telecoms in Belize, and according to Sabido, contributing to the development of communities demonstrates the company's commitment to the people of Belize.
It is used to the discretion of the village council. There is a floor plan of what the layout of the park is like. I understand there are other sponsors that are a part of this, the Honorable Florencia Marin and some private sponsors in addition to the village council. So that was made known to us. We will remain in communication with the village council as the park is being built and progresses to its completion. And it's just a contribution towards it. I think yesterday they mentioned that the overall cost that we're looking is was approximately, I think, 28K that they're looking at. And so there is a beautiful floor plan of what the park will entail, the equipment for children to play on, seating facilities, if you like to make it a family event and go out there and have a little picnic. And it's a very beautiful plan. We're very happy and excited to see the final product of it, but it is, it will be built in phases.
There is great news tonight for the fishing community of Sartineja. Members of the Belize Social Investment Fund were in the village today conducting a pre-bid meeting for potential bidders interested in the design and installation of a reverse osmosis project for the community. The system is needed since the existing water system is in no condition to provide healthy, clean water for the villagers, as it is in need of immediate repair. Today we spoke to the chairman of the village's water board, Jamael Verde, who told us that while the board made all efforts to fix the old system, it is unrepairable.
Pues para ir un poquito en detalle, desde el 2021 hemos tenido unos problemitas, ¿no?, con el sistema que heredamos de la administración pasada. Entonces se invirtió, el gobierno invirtió en darle un mantenimiento al sistema que tenemos, pero lastimosamente no se logró los objetivos. El sistema siguió fallando y pues no se pudo recuperar, ¿no? Entonces tuvimos junta con Rural Department, el ministro Requena, el Area Representative, el honorable Florencio Marín, y pues se llegó a un acuerdo que se buscaría fondos para conseguir un sistema nuevo, ¿no?, para la comunidad de Sarteneja.
Now that funding has been made available through the Belize Social Investment Fund, the community will have a clean running water in all areas by the end of 2024.
Ya se aseguraron los fondos y hoy, precisamente hoy, es un día muy especial para nosotros aquí en Sarteneja porque tuvimos la visita del Ministerio de Recursos, de Rural Transformation, y unas compañías privadas interesadas en llevar a cabo este proyecto. Tuvimos visita, por ejemplo, como de Benis, Ramírez Air Conditioning and Electrical, FT & Williams, Belize Water Service y Eco-Friendly Solutions. Son unos de los que hicieron todos los esfuerzos para llegar a Sarteneja y pues asistir al pre-bid donde se presentó lo que Sarteneja necesita, y si tenían alguna duda, alguna pregunta, pues era el tiempo indicado para que se hagan ciertos preguntas para que ellos puedan diseñar, instalar un sistema de purificación en la aldea. Entonces, eso sucedió aquí en la aldea hoy. Estamos muy agradecidos con todos los que hicieron este evento posible, y ya marca algo claro, de que vamos en viento en popa, vamos hacia adelante, y yo sé que la aldea de Sarteneja estará muy agradecido con todo este desarrollo que está sucediendo, que va a estar sucediendo en nuestra comunidad, especialmente en el tema de agua, que es algo vital para las comunidades.
For more information, the Belize Social Investment Fund can be reached at telephone number 822-0508 or via email at info@sifbelize.org. The school grounds at San Francisco RC School here in Orange Walk Town was filled with vibrant faces and much excitement today as students celebrated their annual Culture Day. The event, which is held annually, strives to educate students about the jewel's melting pot of cultures, which ranges from Garinagus to Mestizos, Creoles, Chinese, Mayas, Mennonites, and East Indians. In order to commemorate the day, a host of activities were planned, including a variety of cultural dances and presentations, as well as colorful stalls depicting the different cultures found in the jewel.
We're having Cultural Day today, yes, where 9 of our ethnic groups have been displayed in whatever aspects. For example, we're displaying language, we're displaying food, we're displaying clothing, we're displaying their beliefs, and more important, their history. So it's so important that our students learn each of these ethnic groups that we all make Belize. That yes, indeed, the teachers, they're working very, very hard, arduously in getting the students prepared for the different ethnic groups, but I need to mention that the parents play a vital role. The parents are the ones, especially at the lower levels, where these parents need to be involved because their kids, they can barely do. But it's the guidance of the parents with the help of the teachers, they are the ones that are making this happen. The parents go all out in getting the outfits. Today, an outfit just for rental, it's more than $25. And some of the parents went and get the whole dressing on their own. So I believe the parents play a very vital role in making this a reality, and we're very thankful for that. Yes, we have each level focusing in one culture. For example, at the preschools, they're doing the Kechimaya. For example, the Standard 5s are doing the Chinese, and the Standard 6 are doing the Mennonites. So the teachers at those levels, for example, the 2 teachers in Standard 6 or the 3 teachers in Standard 3, they get together, they get the components, they decide the groupings, because most of this work, Norma, is done in school. Most of the work from Standard 2 up is done at school. So teachers go supervising students, doing groupings, and most important, the research is part of it. Working together, the guidance of the teacher. And then at the lower levels, then I have mentioned to you, the parents are greatly involved.
The goal of the Cultural Day was for all students to appreciate their own cultures and heritages, as well as to understand and accept the preferences of others. The activity today was a step in helping the students develop a multicultural awareness, according to Vice Principal Percival Gideon.
We started the morning with an agenda full of activities. We started with a program where each level, representing each ethnic group, is doing a presentation. Not merely only dance. We had ceremonies, we had singing, and then part of it we had language. We had the Mennonites, who are not acquainted much with music, but they did present in language, where they're teaching us what to say in the language, in German and in Spanish, and also in English. So it's involvement, and the beauty of this, Norma, is that students are learning. It's so amazing to know that children at the different levels are learning the different ethnic groups. And coming together today, for example, the level at the preschool, they're not studying the Mennonites at the moment, but being part of the program for today, they will get to know the Mennonites. Every class is assigned to a group to view, and then after 15 minutes, they will rotate carousel to a different group. So by the end of an hour and a half, they should have been to the 9 areas. Culture is part of the unit of work that we do in school. It's part of the curriculum. Yes? And so we've thought that the best way for students to learn the different ethnic group is to get themselves involved. So this is an yearly thing that we normally do. This year we do it a little before the education showcase, education week. But nonetheless, this is an yearly basis. And I hope, I believe, Norma, from last year to this year, hopefully next year it will be bigger. Yeah.
Today's Culture Day culminated shortly before midday. At the 42nd board meeting of the Adaptation Fund, $8 million Belize was approved for Belize to implement a project entitled Enhancing the Resilience of Belize's Coastal Communities to Climate Change Impacts. This project is slated for implementation through the Protected Areas Conservation Trust. The core objective of this groundbreaking project is to combat the heightened vulnerability of Belize's coastal communities by employing a comprehensive, multi-sectoral approach to fortify coastal resilience. The strategy aims to combine local and national expertise while strengthening capabilities to ensure the enduring sustainability of the adaptation benefits. This all-encompassing approach will be accomplished through 4 pivotal components. 1. Improving coastal land use for resilient habitation and sectoral activities. 2. Coastal vulnerability monitoring. 3. Coastal protection and adaptation response for high-risk areas. 4. Awareness raising, knowledge dissemination. And 5. Community engagement. This current approval is in addition to $10 million Belize approved at the 41st board meeting in October 2023 to support further adaptation activities in Belize. The Adaptation Fund was established under the United Nations Convention Framework for Climate Change to aid in increasing resilience through financing concrete adaptation projects and programs focused on the most vulnerable countries and communities. Belize will join countries and territories of the region of the Americas to celebrate the 22nd Annual Vaccination Week in the Americas, VWA, and the 13th World Immunization Week from April 28th to the 27th under the theme, Engage Now to Protect Your Future. Get Vax, this year's highlight activity, is the Belize-Mexico binational border vaccination ceremony, which will be hosted by the Ministry of Health and Wellness at the Corozal Free Zone on April 25th. Throughout the week, health regions will be conducting activities to increase vaccination updates and to share information on the importance of vaccines. This year's VWA campaign aims to strengthen vaccination services at both the community level and health facilities. The goal remains closing the most urgent immunity gaps and promoting vaccination across all age groups. The main objectives of the VWA are to reach unvaccinated and under-vaccinated persons, to reduce the pool of susceptible persons, place special focus on vaccination against polio and measles, since there is a risk of importation and reemergence in Belize, promote vaccination against diphtheria, tetanus, hepatitis B, pertussis, and HPV, among others, and continue the efforts to reach high-risk priority groups with COVID-19 vaccines, both primary series and boosters. The public is reminded that vaccines are safe and effective in reducing hospitalization and death caused by vaccine-preventable diseases. The ministry encourages the public to get vaccinated and to protect themselves and their loved ones against these diseases. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, April 21st here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, have a safe and pleasant weekend. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.